7 students from Northgate College in Trinidad and Tobago captured the 2014 Cubes in Space Impact Group Top Design Award for a science experiment that will be launched into space on June 26. One member of the team, 13-year-old Deron Kewalan, who took part in the contest, said the ionization investigation seeks to measure the extent to which an electromagnetic field is generated as the payload moves through the ionosphere. Their creative idea not only impressed their teachers and the parents, but also a global panel of judges that included some of the finest minds in the aerospace industry. The Cubes in Space program is a partnership between Rubik Learning Initiative, iDoodle Software Inc., the Colorado Space Grant Consortium's RockSat-C program, and supported by the Sounding Rocket Program Office at NASA's Wallops Flight Facility. Antigua and Barbuda's new Prime Minister Gaston Brown has named a 10-member cabinet that was sworn into office by Governor-General Dame Louise Lake Tack at her official residence on Wednesday. But former Prime Minister Lester Bird, age 76, the oldest member of the new government, was not able to attend the ceremony after being admitted to hospital on Tuesday night. The Antigua and Barbuda Labour Party, the ALP, won 14 of the 17 seats in the June 12 general elections, with former Prime Minister Baldwin Spencer being among 3 successful candidates of the United Progressive Party, the UPP. The principal organ of the OECS Economic Union, the Economic Affairs Council, has been established after an official launch on Thursday, June 12 in St. Lucia. One of the main aims of the Council is to assist in ensuring that the region benefits from the OECS Economic Union through rights such as the free movement of persons, goods and services. Addressing the EAC, the Director General of the OECS Commission, Dr. Didicus Jules, referred to the rising food import bill, which is a significant financial burden for OECS member states.
There are some really frightening statistics which, while frightening on the surface, point to the immensity of the opportunities that lie before us. The Caribbean has, for example, a $6 billion food import bill. $6 billion. That is the size of the entire GDP of Barbados. And what constitutes that food import bill? Importation of the foods that are actually causing us to be sick, non-communicable diseases. We are importing junk and having to earn and spend scarce foreign exchange in order to do this, when we have the capacity to feed ourselves. It was over 30 years ago that Eric Williams first launched the idea of regional food security, and we didn't pay attention then. Had we done so, we would be in a very different place today. The Economic Affairs Council can and must exercise that quality of visioning and that caliber of will which will restore the confidence of Caribbean people that the regional integration process in enabling us to live together as brothers prevents us from perishing separately as fools.
The EAC is responsible for supervising the application of the Economic Union Protocol and keeping its operation under review. It acts in an advisory capacity on a number of issues, including member state action with regard to promoting attainment of the objectives of the OECS Economic Union and facilitating the establishment of closer links with other countries and with international organizations. Dominica's Colin McIntyre, who chairs the EAC, noted the need for careful consideration of regional priorities to help ensure that people of the OECS benefit from the economic union, particularly as it relates to the OECS economic growth and development strategy.
It cannot be business as usual, and the changes required must be reflected in a manner in which we conduct our business as a council. We can begin at the first meeting by reviewing the agenda and determining what changes should be made for future meetings. We should definitely be candid with each other in the interest of our people. Some of the priority matters which will occupy our minds are the OECS growth and development strategy, trade policy in relations to the WTO and Canada, labor market information system, and climate change.
According to the revised Treaty of Bastia, which gave life to the OECS Economic Union in 2011, the powers of implementation of the Economic Union shall be vested in the OECS EAC, acting on the direction of the OECS Authority, and the EAC may, subject to this direction, delegate to the OECS Commission such powers as it thinks fit. The EAC is a key facilitator which ensures that the people of the region enjoy the benefits of the OECS Economic Union. On Wednesday, June 18, the Organization of Eastern Caribbean States celebrated 33 years since its establishment in 1981. The Caribbean Examinations Council, the CXC, is utilizing electronic marking or e-marking for some of its scripts for the 2014 May-June examination sitting. The council will be marking 11 papers in 7 Caribbean secondary education CSEC subjects using the e-marking technology provided by the UK-based company RM. The 7 subjects with papers being e-marked this year are biology, chemistry, human and social biology, integrated science, physics, principles of accounts, and principles of business. As part of the preparation for e-marking, 22 chief examiners, assistant chief examiners, and team assistants had their final training session last week at CXC's headquarters in Barbados by CXC and RM to use the e-marking tool called RM Results. The 22 persons were taken through the steps for the standardization and the script marking processes using the RM Results e-marking software. The live e-marking commences Friday, June 20, and the markers who have been trained and who are approved for e-marking will have a 4-week window to complete the scripts assigned to them. And finally, in the Caribbean news segment, 6 years after it ceased exporting bananas to Britain, Jamaica is preparing to send another shipment on Wednesday. Jamaica had stopped the export of bananas following the devastation caused to farms by several hurricanes and the changes in the preferential agreement with the United Kingdom. The first shipment of 2,000 pounds arrived in the UK last week, and Agriculture and Fisheries Minister Roger Clark said that another shipment will leave Jamaica on Wednesday. Clark said the shipment of bananas will continue weekly up to the end of August, and the UK buyer will arrive in Jamaica at the end of June to negotiate long-term contracts for importing Jamaican bananas into Britain. He said the resumption of the banana trade is one of the first results of the recently launched export market platform, aimed at linking farmers with buyers in a structured and organized way as part of the ministry's efforts to boost exports and increase production in the agricultural sector. And still to come here on JTV News. BVI Ports Authority to collect cargo charges. BVI's Treffler Designs wins Excellence Award, and an insurance association has been reactivated to raise awareness about insurance issues here in the territory.